Hello, nonprofit leaders. This podcast is here to assist people like you, executive directors, board members, and other nonprofit leaders make a bigger impact with insights, tips, and lessons learned from nonprofit leaders and experts. Having been an executive director, a board member, and now a consultant and coach, I truly understand the challenges you face. And that's why I'm here. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, so you can make a bigger impact without the burnout. And so is our sponsor, DonorBox. DonorBox isn't just a suite of helpful fundraising tools, it's a partner that helps you raise more money and supports you in retaining your donors. I love their forward-thinking approach. Visit donorbox.org to learn more. And don't forget to sign up for the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter, where you'll get bite-sized, actionable tips just for nonprofit leaders like you, delivered weekly to your inbox. Sign up at inspirednonprofitleadership.com/sign up. Okay, let's dive into today's episode. Hi, everybody. I am super excited to be here today. We're talking about how delegating outcomes grows everyone. I love helping organizations scale, helping leaders tame the chaos and regain their time and keep the organizations that they've built without losing traction or killing themselves. And we do that through the magic of delegating outcomes. So let's talk about how delegating outcomes grows everyone. I like to talk about how delegating outcomes helps founders, CEOs reclaim their time, reclaim their brain space, reclaim their brain space, free them up to be the visionaries that they truly want to be, that future thinking person, that big relationship building person. And all that stuff is amazing and really, really good. But today I want to talk about how delegating outcomes is also really good for your team, that it means building, developing, growing, making a better job and a better life for everybody who works for you. So, first of all, when we're focused on task delegation over outcome delegation, sometimes unintentionally, we end up building a team, hiring people who are like, yes, I'm doing the task done. I'll do what you tell me to do. And that's my job. That's not my job dynamic. And honestly, you don't end up hiring A players. You don't end up hiring people who want to push the limits of excellence, who want to grow themselves. You get people who tend to get stuck in the weeds. So by not focusing on outcomes and instead primarily focusing on tasks, even if you're careful, you often end up growing a team that isn't likely to be able to own outcomes. Now, when we step back and we start talking about delegating outcomes with our team, we actually are creating an opportunity for our team members to grow into leaders who not so much are leading others, but are leading our business or parts of our business or nonprofit into the future, right? So I like to think of we don't want to be pushing our organizations or our businesses, and we don't really want to be pulling them either. We want to be, as CEOs and visionaries, kind of trotting along into the future, and then have a whole coordinated team who are following along into the future as well on a slightly smoother path than we go as visionaries. As visionaries, we're like crazy zigzag runners, but the rest of our team, the rest of our organizations are coming along a smoother path, right? They're not going to take every turn that the visionary took. They're not going to follow every squirrel, but they're going to say, okay, Visionary went from point A to Z, taking lots of different paths. Now we're going to take the straight line from A to Z. And we won't get there right when the visionary gets there, because the time we get there, visionary will be gone to the next location, but we are going to get there pretty quickly because we're going to be efficient and clear about it. And we're going to skip all the detours. So that's why we actually build our current team into leaders, people who drive business, who drive programming forward, who drive impact forward, who drive revenue forward. We build that team, we encourage that team, and when needed, we hire that team. Also, when you get focused on delegating outcomes, you as the leader, as the prime CEO founder leader, you step back from leading of the doing, leading those, specific pieces of your organization. It gives you the freedom to focus on strategy, vision, and impact. And it gives your team the freedom to own pieces and feel empowered and actually be empowered. So you're becoming empowered, and your team is becoming empowered as well. Owning outcomes challenges your team to think, grow, and build their leadership skills, to build their strategic thinking skills. So there's so many skills that get put into practice that are really high quality, high level, high performance skills when we get the whole team learning to become outcome focused. So this approach of delegating outcomes isn't just for you as the CEO. It's an approach that builds a culture of accountability and long-term capacity. I was just talking about this today with a client who's trying to really level up the quality of their organization's work. And when I mentioned, let's try to shift from a management where people are supervising other people and managing people to a team where everybody shows up and they are capable of managing themselves, and they're focused on managing activities, managing outcomes, managing results to move everything forward and in coordination with each other. And when I mentioned that, she's like, yes, let's do that. So delegating outcomes isn't just about taking work off your plate. It's about creating freedom for you and growth for your team. And that's how your whole organization moves forward. If you're thinking, yes, that's for me, Sarah, let's do this together, you can go to pivotground.com/application, fill out a quick form, tell me a little bit about yourself. We'll hop on a call together and see if we are a good fit to work together. Until next time, all the best.
You've been listening to Inspired Nonprofit Leadership. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode or the bonus episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review, and be sure to share with your friends and colleagues. Tune in every week for more useful insights and wisdom on nonprofit leadership. Thanks so much for all you do for the communities you serve. Until next time, all the best.